Do you believe? Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine when there's no draft? Heard a whisper when no one is around? Do you believe in ghosts? The world is full of stories about places where the veil between our world and the next is thin. These places whisper with the echoes of the past, haunted by those who have passed on. Are you brave enough to explore these haunted hotspots with me? From ancient castles to abandoned hospitals, there are places around the globe that send shivers down the spines of even the biggest skeptics. These are places where tragedy and mystery intertwine, leaving behind an energy that some say is the presence of spirits. Get ready, because we're about to journey to some of the most haunted places on Earth. The Tower of London stands tall, a stone giant overlooking the River Thames. Its ancient stones have witnessed countless tales of power, betrayal, and bloodshed. As the fog rolls in, the tower's silhouette becomes even more imposing, a reminder of its dark and storied past. For almost 1,000 years, it has been a royal palace, a fortress, and a symbol of the monarchy's might. Kings and queens have walked its halls, and its walls have echoed with the sounds of royal banquets and secret councils. But the tower is also known for its darker side. It has served as a prison for those who fell out of favour with the crown, a place where political prisoners awaited their grim fate. The cold, damp cells have held many, from commoners to nobles, all sharing the same sense of dread. It's no wonder this place is crawling with ghosts. The tower's history is steeped in blood and sorrow, and many believe that the spirits of those who met their end here still linger, unable to find peace. One of the most famous is Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII. Her story is one of ambition, love, and ultimate betrayal. Anne's rise to power was swift, but her fall was even swifter. Accused of treason, adultery, and incest, she was beheaded in 1536. Her execution was a spectacle watched by many, and her final words were said to be a prayer for the king's well-being. Her ghost, dressed in white, is said to roam the tower, especially around the anniversary of her death. Witnesses have reported seeing her ethereal figure gliding through the corridors, her face a mask of sorrow and regret. Some say she even appears carrying her own severed head. This chilling sight has been described by many, adding to the tower's reputation as one of the most haunted places in England. Anne Boleyn's spirit is a reminder of the tragic fate that befell her, and her presence continues to captivate and terrify those who encounter her. Deep in the heart of Louisiana sits the Myrtles Plantation, a beautiful antebellum mansion with a dark history. The air is heavy with the weight of tragedy and betrayal. It is said that the plantation is haunted by at least 12 different ghosts. Chloe, a slave who was hanged on the property, is one of the most well-known. Visitors have reported seeing her reflection in windows and mirrors. Some even claim to have captured her image in photographs. At the base of Mount Fuji in Japan lies Aokigahara, known as the Suicide Forest. The dense trees block out the sun, creating a silence that is both beautiful and eerie. Many lost souls have wandered into the forest, never to return. Their energy is said to linger, creating an unsettling atmosphere. Locals say the forest whispers with the voices of the dead, urging visitors to join them in the darkness. Do you dare to enter this silent, haunted wood? Perched high on a volcanic rock, Edinburgh Castle has witnessed centuries of Scottish history. It's a place of kings and queens, of battles won and lost. But this magnificent castle also holds dark secrets. Visitors and staff have reported seeing a phantom drummer boy, his mournful beat echoing through the ancient walls. Others tell of a spectral dog that roams the grounds, vanishing into thin air. The castle dungeons, where countless prisoners met their end, are said to be especially active, filled with the energy of their suffering. Just off the coast of Venice lies a small teardrop-shaped island named Poveglia. This seemingly serene island, with its lush greenery and picturesque views, hides a sinister past that has earned it the nickname Island of Ghosts. This island holds a dark and terrifying history. Its story is steeped in tragedy, suffering and death, making it a place of both historical significance and chilling mystery. For centuries, it served as a quarantine zone for plague victims. During the times of the Black Death, Poveglia was used as a dumping ground for those afflicted by the plague. Ships would bring the sick and dying to the island, where they were left to perish in isolation. It is said that over 150,000 people died on the island, their final moments filled with agony and despair. The island became a mass grave, a final resting place for countless souls who succumbed to the deadly disease. Their bodies were either burned or thrown into mass graves, a desperate attempt to control the spread of the plague. The air was thick with the stench of death, and the ground became saturated with the remains of the deceased. The soil itself is said to be composed of human ash, a grim reminder of the island's morbid past. The very earth of Poveglia is a testament to the countless lives lost and the horrors that unfolded here. Today, Poveglia is considered one of the most haunted places on Earth. The island's dark history has given rise to numerous ghost stories and legends, making it a focal point for paranormal enthusiasts and thrill seekers. Fishermen avoid the island, fearing they will catch human bones in their nets. The waters surrounding Poveglia are said to be haunted, with eerie whispers and ghostly apparitions often reported by those who venture too close. The few who have dared to set foot on Poveglia report hearing screams and cries, the anguished voices of the island's tormented souls. These chilling sounds echo through the abandoned buildings and overgrown ruins, creating an atmosphere of dread and unease, and seeing dark figures lurking in the shadows. These ghostly apparitions are believed to be the restless spirits of those who died on the island, forever trapped in a place of suffering and sorrow. The island's eerie ambience and haunted reputation continue to captivate and terrify those who hear its story. Adding to the island's haunted lore is the presence of an old asylum, where it is rumored that inhumane experiments were conducted on the patients. The asylum's decaying walls and rusted medical equipment stand as silent witnesses to the horrors that took place within. The island's foggy landscape and crumbling buildings create an otherworldly atmosphere, as if time itself has been frozen in a moment of perpetual dread. The sense of isolation and abandonment is palpable, making Poveglia a place where the past and present seem to merge. Despite its haunted reputation, Poveglia continues to draw the curious and the brave. Tourists often gaze at the island from a distance, captivated by its eerie beauty and the dark tales that surround it. As the sun sets over Poveglia, the island's haunting silhouette serves as a stark reminder of the countless souls who met their end on its shores. Historical records and maps of Poveglia provide a glimpse into its past, revealing the island's role in the fight against the plague and its transformation into a place of fear and legend. These documents tell a story of human suffering and resilience, of a place where life and death coexisted in a delicate balance. As night falls, Poveglia takes on an even more sinister appearance. The island is shrouded in darkness, with eerie lights and shadows dancing across its surface. It is in these moments that the true essence of Poveglia is revealed, a place where the past refuses to be forgotten and the spirits of the dead continue to roam. The ghostly figures that are said to inhabit Poveglia serve as a chilling reminder of the island's tragic history. These apparitions, whether real or imagined, add to the island's mystique and reinforce its reputation as one of the most haunted places on Earth. Poveglia Island remains a place of mystery and fear, a haunting reminder of the past that continues to captivate and terrify. Its dark history and eerie ambience make it a place where the line between the living and the dead is blurred, and where the screams of the past still echo through the present. Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Kentucky once offered hope to tuberculosis patients, but for many, it became their final resting place. Thousands died within its walls, their suffering leaving an indelible mark. Today, the abandoned sanatorium is a magnet for paranormal investigators. People claim to hear children laughing in the empty hallways and see shadowy figures lurking in the old treatment rooms. Room 502, where it's said a heartbroken nurse took her own life, is considered by many to be the most haunted spot in the entire building. Beneath the bustling streets of Paris lies a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers. These hidden passageways stretch for miles, weaving an intricate web beneath the city. While the surface is alive with the vibrancy of modern life, below a different story unfolds. This is the catacombs, the final resting place for the bones of over 6 million Parisians. Originally, these tunnels were limestone quarries, but in the late 18th century they were repurposed to house the dead when the city's cemeteries became overcrowded. Skulls and femurs are stacked high, a stark reminder of the city above. Each bone tells a story, a silent testament to the lives once lived. The arrangement of these remains is both macabre and fascinating, creating a hauntingly beautiful underground ossuary. The air is thick with the weight of death, and many visitors claim to have encountered the spirits of those laid to rest here. The atmosphere is palpable, with an eerie silence that seems to amplify every sound. The flickering candlelight casts long shadows, adding to the sense of unease. Whispers, shadows, and even full-bodied apparitions have been reported deep within the tunnels. Some say they hear faint voices calling out, while others have seen shadowy figures moving just out of sight. These encounters have fueled countless ghost stories and legends. Do you dare to venture into this city of the dead? The catacombs are open to the public, but only a small portion is accessible. For those brave enough to explore, it offers a glimpse into a world where history and mystery intertwine. As you walk through these dimly lit corridors, you can't help but feel the presence of the past, a reminder of the countless souls who once walked the streets above. These haunted hotspots offer a glimpse into the world beyond our own. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, these places remind us that history leaves its mark. The energy of the past lingers, sometimes in the form of chilling tales and unsettling encounters. So, I ask you again, do you believe? And which of these haunted places will you dare to learn about next?